Welcome, welcome. My name's Alan Cox. Thank you for being here. Happy to have you. Say hi to Bill Squire. He's here too.
Hey, creepy hugs, everyone. Thanks for listening to and watching this episode of the Alan Cox Show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share a cold one with the boys.
And that's it.
That's it for the intros.
Mary's out. Poundcake is late. So
it was a scheduled late.
Yes. He's not
He didn't
running
get lost
late.
on the way to work.
Well,
We don't.
but it's
that we
too early
know
to
of.
tell.
Yeah, we know.
There's no small amount of accumulation. Not really downtown. It's just kind of been, I'm sure east side they're getting a lot more, as is traditionally the case. But down here, it's just kind of a light but steady dusting. Although I did notice it's brought the birds to our window. I don't know if people are walking by and being sloppy with, maybe they're walking and eating and they're dropping food. But normally, outside our window here in what they call the showcase studio, because you definitely want to showcase this program.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed a lot of birds are out there on the window looking for leavings or whatever, a couple of big pigeons, and then a bunch of smaller birds, and I don't know my birds. I don't know if it was a finch. I don't know if it was a grackle. I don't know. I'm fairly certain it wasn't a toucan. You know, that's a bird that you can immediately identify. A toucan, a penguin. We're not going to have penguins out front here. If somebody were like, hey, that's a chicken, obviously I'd be able to determine, no, that's not a chicken. But a lot of those tinier ones, I don't know what they are. But the pigeons were very, very excited out here in front. And then there was a smaller bird that seemed left behind. So
There are people that, as they get older, they get more interested in birds. And I am not one of those people. I still don't care about birds, but I definitely have friends that went from like a non-bird person to a full-blown bird watching person. Like, that is one of the things they do. Like, they'll wake up early, go out into the wilderness, and watch birds, and it's fulfilling for them somehow.
Well, they say the early bird is what gets the worm. And so maybe if your friends have to get up early. There's a show on Netflix called Birders. At least a couple years ago, I remember clicking around. It was on there. I don't know if that's still...
Is that just hoarders with birds in their house?
I don't think so. I don't know if that is still a show that's currently in production, but there was a show called Birders. I wonder what that transition is in a person's life where they go, you know, I've been surrounded by these animals my whole life, and I've never given them a second thought. In fact, you could say I've given them short shrift. And then you hit a point in your life, something changes in your brain, your relationships, or your daily routine, and you go, you know what? I think I'm going to start watching birds.
It's probably similar to people that start hoarding things, probably something to do with some moment in their life that they couldn't control and they had some sort of trauma. So they're like, you know what can't hurt me? Birds.
Well, I wonder.
The birds always fly back after winter.
Yeah, I have to wonder if maybe it's the result of like travel that they went on. You know, there's places in the world you can travel and there's amazing birds that you might not see over here. I don't know what that is.
See, that makes a little more sense to me because those birds are, you know, a little more interesting color-wise and size-wise than the birds that you're seeing in Northeast Ohio. Now, there are some beautiful birds in Northeast Ohio, but I don't, like, I'll see a bird when a bird shows up. I'm not looking for him. I'm not going around trying to find a cardinal or a blue jay or anything like that. But when I see him, I go, oh, that's a pretty bird, and then it's gone from my brain.
I mean, if you're driving or if you're out in a big expanse of land and you see the massive flocks of birds that will all change direction, that's fascinating if you see a whole group of birds, or people who study bird sounds and how they communicate with each other. I mean, that's very interesting. But just sitting in your backyard with binoculars and marking off the birds you see like you do in the box scores, that I can't figure that out.
It's just
But if you were trying to figure out how to communicate
with
them, that would be pretty fascinating.
Even trying to communicate with them, I don't really care about, but I'm not a bird person. I like eating them. That's my favorite thing about birds is when you cook them, they can taste pretty good.
They are delicious. You know, rarely will the subject of your interest end up on your plate. Mm-hmm. You know, if you're a dog person, you're never going to have that for dinner. At least not in this country. You know, birds, there's every chance that thing might end up seasoned, cooked. You know, it's not frowned upon. My backyard is replete with crows. That's all I know. And I don't know if it's me, because everywhere I've ever lived, there's been crows. Now, I don't, it sounds very self-aggrandizing to say, I don't know how common crows are. I never thought of them as an urban bird, but maybe they are. But my backyard now, currently, lots of crows. Cardinals, Blue Jays, the whole bit.
I wonder if bird watchers are, like, they think of crows or especially like Blue Jays and Cardinals as like the hack birds. Like, yeah, everybody sees those birds. That's nothing to see those birds. That's not a very cool bird to see. Well, you want to see some sort of tufted titmouse or a warbler, something that's a little more difficult to identify, not just some. Of course, you're going to see the cardinal. It's red.
Yeah.
It's right there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's my level of expertise. They're absolutely right. I mean, if you're a bird watcher, you go, yeah, that's right. I don't care about that. Right. Oh, he saw a crow. But I think the crows are cool, and crows rarely they're always put upon, right? It's never anything good, except that Brandon Lee movie, and even he died making it. So even that couldn't be a positive move for the crow. It's always cast, what are those lines around your feet, lines around your eyes you don't want? Crow's feet, right?
My top 3 crows, Cheryl, The Crow the movie, and then Counting.
And Counting, yes.
On an unrelated note, semi-related, there was a TikTok or something that I saw where it was showing the lead singer of Counting Crows CV when it comes to women.
Mm-hmm.
Just all the women he's hooked up with over the years. What is his name? Adam
Duritz.
Adam Duritz. And he has done quite a good job with the ladies. For a goofy-looking dude, he has put up some great numbers with some beautiful women.
Back in the day, he did. When Counting Crows was hot, if you see this guy now, he shaved all his dreads off. I don't know why, because it ain't a good look. He does like a cooking thing on YouTube, I think, where he's in like a roll neck, turtleneck, and So
does he have a wife now?
I don't know about that, but back in the day, it was Jennifer Aniston, and it was Winona Ryder. He always had some of the moment girl on his arm because the Counting Crows were the of the moment band. Granted, there were 5 or 6 guys in that band. Try finding another one you'd recognize, but he was a very recognizable guy. Yeah, but back in the day. Adam Duritz. My wife is a huge, loves Counting Crows.
But like loving Counting Crows is different than loving Adam Duritz. I love the music. There's not like, you see a band like Bush and you go, okay, that makes sense why he's getting the girls that he's getting.
Right.
You have a guy like, what's Bush's guy?
It's Gavin Rossdale.
Yeah, he's a gorgeous man. Adam Duritz, you're like, Jennifer Aniston went out with you?
He was a rock star. Man. He was a rock star. That's part and parcel of being a rock star. You don't have to be good looking. You just have to be a rock star. And in the early 90s, post-grunge, Counting Crows, boy.
They were huge.
They were it. Yeah. Yeah. Again, they have one good song, but it's,
plenty of good songs.
They have one good song. Einstein on the Beach is their only good song.
No, Long December's a great song.
No.
Mr. Jones, come on.
No. Other than that, very, very popular
band.
We
got a bird for you over here. Your anti-Counting Crows views.
Get out of here with what are you, an anti-Crowite?
Yeah.
We don't cotton to that around here. I won't hear any anti-Duritz slander where I'm from. Listen, it was one of the first shows we saw when we came to Cleveland. It was Counting Crows and somebody else, and they played Kane Park on the east side. It was another band of that ilk. I don't remember what it was. It was like Counting Crows and, I don't know, Train or whatever. I don't know.
All right.
And we were front row, and my wife was, she was stuck to that seat.
Okay.
She was happy as a clam.
So here's a list of women he has dated.
Mm-hmm.
Emmy Rossum from 2009 to 2010.
Mm-hmm.
That's like probably the newest one. Whitney Casey, who is very pretty.
Okay. I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
I'll take your word for it.
I don't really know who she is, but Trishelle Canatella. These are like models and stuff. She was on The Real World.
Trishelle from The Real World.
Yeah.
I recognize that name.
Samantha Mathis.
Oh, yeah.
Who else? Christina Applegate.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's hot and hilarious.
Yep. And she likes
Mary
rock
Louise
stars.
Parker.
Yep.
That's a good one, too.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy, Courtney Cox. Oh, so he doubled up. He got 2 of the 3 lady friends.
I think he put each of them in different videos.
Yeah, Winona Ryder.
Plus,
That's your girl.
when word gets around that like he's good at whatever,
right?
Either Courtney tells Jen or the other way around.
Monica Potter.
Yeah.
Laura Flynn Boyle.
Monica Potter, the pride of Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I don't know who she was, but there she is.
There she
but yeah, getting Jennifer, getting Rachel and Monica. I gotta bow down to this guy. This guy's doing John Mayer things way before John Mayer was doing them.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I've got to take a break here. If you want to text for anything, 35192 is where I'll see them. Now, you can watch live at alancoxshow.com. Next chance to grab some money.